What's up, fellas? Welcome back to another episode of Factory Fresh, where we are currently channeling, sectioning, body dropping a 1962 Ford F100 Unibody over the top of a 2016 Mustang Performance Pack chassis. 19,000 miles. The Performance Pack has 6-piston Brembos, line lock, launch control, all the goodies. We're making it work so it looks factory. If you guys are new viewers, would like to see some of this, please like, subscribe. We're going to finish this truck here in the next month or two. To get everybody's mind wrapped around what we're doing, I get a lot of questions with guys going, hey, did you use the rear independent suspension off the Mustang? What wiring harness did you use? And the best way I can kind of explain to you or show you what we did, this is legitimately, let me get you up here a little closer, a 2016 Mustang chassis. So you can see this here is all Mustang Unibody, right? We've got the Mustang Brembo, 6 pistons, 15-inch rotors. We built frame structures to mount the front fenders off of this Mustang front subframe. The whole thing is a Mustang. You can see this is a Mustang floor pan, Mustang shifter, e-brake. The biggest challenges, or one of the biggest challenges, was integrating all this structure behind this Ford factory dash that was cut down. We bead-rolled some edges, built panels. The center console is going to be all the Mustang control stuff, is to make this look like a 1962 Unibody F100, but everything behind here is all the factory Mustang. HVAC, everything is controlled. So we retained everything. You can see we built the structure to reinforce where we cut the back of the car off. And then also, if you look under here, you can see this is our Unibody Ford. This is the Mustang. As you can see, this will probably answer some questions. This is 100% a Ford Mustang GT Performance Pack. So when we ask the questions of, hey, how are we wiring this? How we do it? Legitimately, I'm using everything factory. That's one of the benefits of a frame swap, is factory components are reliable, especially from a muscle car in this area. It's a Gen 2 Coyote. There are a lot of forged internals on that engine. They like boost. They're very reliable, and it's factory reliable harness too. So we have line lock, launch control, we got traction control, a lot of features I can click through the factory dash and use. So obviously I want to keep all that stuff just for reliability, and they're designed really well from the factory. So on to what we're doing today. We're building a bumper mount system. So putting a bumper on is going to take a little bit of fabrication, because we're putting a bumper on the chassis of that Mustang. We're going to make it nice and tight and fit that grill and look real good. We're also going to spray some more body panels with epoxy, prep them for the epoxy primer, and we're going to open some new parts. So I've got my new grill in, and I got some other parts. We're going to open that stuff up and check fitment and do some other things. So let's get going. Well, we've cleaned up the truck a little bit. We have the white epoxy primer that we can put on direct the metal and save this bare metal stuff so it's not just flash rusting on us. Fitment's really good. I have a little bit of trimming and finessing to do and some custom mounts to do down here just because how this all mounts, but overall I like the fit. So we had to fit the front, left, and right fender wells in the hood. So this grill isn't in bad shape either, but I did finally get an aftermarket one too, which is in way better, obviously brand new. What we're going to do with the front grill assembly here, a lot of guys kind of commented, this is obviously a Unibody. There is Unibody grills. I was going to kind of make a custom spin off of that Unibody grill that I've seen that look really good. Apparently I can't find the Unibody grill, so I don't know where it's at, or if the donor didn't have it. I have to look at some old pictures to figure it out. But what this is a 66 grill. They fit 61 to 66, but it's made for 66. I have this one. I got a brand new one coming. This upper part is from 64, because 64 they had the blinkers in the grill. What I did not want to do, I want to delete the blinkers. I have some lights that have halo ring lights, and they have the blinkers built in the headlight. It's going to be really clean. Just the grill, 66 grill. I believe it's a 66 up or 64 upper grill here. We're going to delete the emblem in the front. Going to 100% delete the emblems on the side. All this stuff is going to be painted black. So we'll have the grill, the buckets that kind of go in this grill are going to be black. Our side view mirrors are going to be black. Back to my my story. The reason we got the front clip on, we need to fit the bumper. I can't remember if I got brackets for it. I don't think I did because I didn't think they had any. I do have a frame in the backyard, a slick frame that I could cut the front frame horns off and use as a bracket. Problem is it's a short bed frame and I want to use it to build a truck at some point. Don't really want to chop it up. Enough with my jibber jabber here. We're gonna have to somehow mount this bumper in here. I want to flush mount it. I may even cut it down and make it just so it's really tight. We got to build mounts off of this front K-member. So as you can see, I mean, we're pretty tight in here. Everything got moved back. I'm gonna cut these off, but I figure this is what we can kind of build the bumper off of. It's gonna be up here quite a ways, and we just honestly, just like with anything custom, we're gonna get it in, get it placed, and kind of figure out what we're gonna do to build this bumper mount. All right, guys, so we are unpacking our brand new shiny bumper. I believe I got this from LMC Trucks. Great quality, honestly. Same with the left front fender. First time buying large bodywork components like that, and gotta say, Fitment is spot on, quality spot on. Couldn't be happier. So kind of going through the process of fitting up this front bumper with that style line on the bottom side of those fenders. You can see and how the bumper kind of integrates with that stuff, and 3 pivot points, and got the jack in the middle, jack stands to the outside, kind of wiggling around, getting everything cleared. So found some good mounting points though, as we'll see. Here's kind of what we're looking at. It's hard to see here. It's kind of still pulled in the garage. I want to pull it all out, but it's basically resting right on the K-member. This line of the bumper here is kind of following this body line here, and then on the bottom it's just barely an inch or so below the line here, and it's pushed back as far as we can go. I may trim this front lower valence right here and push it back even further just to get it snug. Overall looks pretty good for fitment. Like I said, maybe we'll pull it in a little bit closer. Let's pull this bumper back off and I'll show you guys kind of what we're gonna do. Oh, it's heavy, girl. All right, so we got the front bumper. We kind of got basic fitment. If you guys can see here, let me get you a little closer. We've got these 3 little square carriage bolts. I think that's what it's called. So it's smooth here. It's got the square end where they kind of recess in. So I ordered the bolts too, so I wouldn't have to go to the bolt store. We need to build a plate here. We need to build a plate over here, and then we can build some bracketry off of this to attach to the frames. Let's get going on that. All right, boys, we built these brackets for the front bumper, bolted them in so they're nice and tight. We'll fit it to the front Mustang and then fabricate some brackets off of this to place this bumper, likely off the front K-member or the front frame. We'll see. We'll kind of get in there, get it where we want, and see what the best option is. So I measured about 1,000,000 times. We're looking for the gap here, distance here, gap from the bumper all the way into the grill. Have my little foam squishies to kind of reference. I've measured everything a bunch of times. The correct angle on the grill. I like it not quite vertical. I want it pitched back a little bit. I think the lines look better on the ends of the bumpers when they sweep in. So let me see if I can get under here and show you guys what we got. Mounting wise, it actually looks pretty dang good. If you can see, let me get this light in here. We got the front frame arm here. You can see I cleaned this up, and then the mounts we built down there are cleaned up. So really, I just got some 1-inch 120 wall scrap. We're gonna run a straight bar from here to here on each side of the bumper. These plates will unbolt and bolt in, so I think I'm just gonna get it tacked in. We'll just double check, and both sides are kind of like that, so let's just get these bars tacked in. I found some scrap, 1-inch 120 wall, made some bevels on each side to kind of fit, and everything was streamlined. Just went on the old bandsaw on the table, and then the belt grinder, belt sander, sanded it all down, cleaned it up with acetone. We got the welder set up. Let's get under there, get in position, just tack everything in. Maybe 2 tacks per side, frame and then bumper side, and we'll pull everything away and take a step back and just kind of see what she looks like. These end caps on the radiator are plastic, and there's some other lines, and if I've learned anything, it is not to rush welding, because you end up getting splatter all over stuff that will get destroyed. So we don't want to do that today, although I'm not putting on my welding coat because I'm an idiot and I'm probably gonna have a piece of weld drop down on me, but I'm just gonna tack these in so I feel comfortable unbolting this bumper. Ow. Well, I laid a pretty good bead. Half of it's in the metal, half of it's in my armpit, it feels like. So we tacked her up, laid a little bead, I don't know if you guys can really see, and then down here. So I think, let me wiggle out of here. I think that should be good enough to get that bumper off. All right, boys, so we've got the mounts. Me and Bo have been working out here. The bumper here and the bottom fascia, I had to mount everything else because I want to make sure the fenders match the doors, the hood matched the cowl, which matched the fenders. Kind of put everything back together and spent pretty much a whole day doing gaps and getting everything perfect with the doors, which is a huge pain in the butt. The good thing is I think I got it right where I want it now, and I can pull the doors off the hinges and not take the hinges off the cab, which is, you know, another 10 different types of adjustment when you have the hinges all the way off, in and out and whatnot. So the hinges are gonna stay in place where they're at with the gaps, and I'll be able to take the doors just off. So when we paint, we'll just have to put the doors on the hinges. The hinges will stay on the cab when we paint everything, and paint the hinges with it. So the clip is centered, the hood is good. We have to mount this securely. We'll just make some metal brackets from here down into this tube. So this is secure, which is where our hood affixes to. All right, well, the air compressor stopped, so we can continue on here. Oh, hi, Charlie. This is the garage cat. He's a good boy. Quick little intermission surprise for you guys. So we got a package in. Like we're saying, our old grill kind of beat up and dented and dinged. And look at this beaut. Gonna wait to unpack it from, who did we get this from? Dennis Carpenter. To hold up in this packaging with no damage. Pretty happy about it. We're gonna pull all this stuff off. We got the fitment, built the grill mounts in. We gotta make some minor adjustments on the fenders. To some of these tabs back here, trim them down so we can get that fitment right. Same thing on this new fender that we got. We've got the hood out in the driveway, as well as the tailgate. Our hood hinges, I wanted to raise them up a little bit, so we kind of built these brackets. Here you can see, just to kind of extend these brackets, the height of the hood to the cowl right here. Wanted to get that perfect, which needed a little extension, and then I can have some adjustment in those brackets when we mount them to the cowl. We finally got the bumper mounted. Bored the holes out a little bit so we had some adjustment, but from height, side to side, I think she looks really good. Overall, if I can get back here and kind of get you a profile, the bumper looks really good. I want to do the bumper deep impact blue. I'm back and forth between blue or painting this bumper black too. We basically spent the whole day, honestly 2 days, getting these doors fitted, the front fender gaps to the door gaps to the hood gaps, front grille gaps, so I could fit the bumper to all those things. Huge pain in the butt, a lot of work, a lot of hours, and not a lot of progress. So not fun to do, but you know, as they say, 90% of the work is the last little 10% that you have to do in the project. So we made huge leaps and bounds, and now I'm just trying to get all those little finishing touches, which are just dragging on forever. I set a timeline or a deadline for myself to get this painted in August, September. We are not gonna hit August. September, the reason being is the heat. I want to be 90-degree weather to paint this thing. I've got slow reducer and activators. Slow activator reducer on big panels, it evens out and smooths down the clear coat and looks really nice. So we'll see. I'm not going to rush it. The details are what matter. Rushing the details at the end, I'm going to kick myself if I don't do exactly how I want everything. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm really in no rush. Once it's painted, I'm going to send it to upholstery. We're almost there. We're going to keep cracking. Thanks for all you guys who are liking, subscribing, commenting. I appreciate it. Helps the channel grow, helps other people see the channel. Yeah, get away, fly. So thanks again. I never thought this many people would be interested in the builds. Thanks for that. It's gonna end it for today. As always, God bless and long live hot rodding.